God, it's like I just got hit by a truck. What's up, everybody? My name's Jason from Night Owls Media, and I'm a wedding cinematographer. And today, we're going to be talking about how to mic and why to mic people on their wedding day. God, that sounded like really dramatic. That was like too dramatic. Today, we're going to talk about miking on a wedding day and why you should do it. That sounds like a little corny. Miking. Welcome back, and we're talking about audio today. Now, if you are a wedding videographer, cinematographer, whatever, I don't care what you call yourselves, you've probably figured out now you don't like using the mic on a camera. I'm sorry, I've never had a camera where the mic sounds good, and it's not supposed to. That's why we have a plethora of other tools just waiting for us to use. First thing I always recommend for sound for any videographer is always to get a shotgun mic for the camera. Now, this is something great for wild sound or scratch audio. This allows us to get cleaner audio of a setting. I would never use audio from a camera mic for the background sound of a wedding day, but I would use this, getting the oohs and ahs and laughter, and when the bride first walks in and all her bridesmaids see her for the first time, getting that joyous laughing and awing. I'll use that from this mic. Or clapping during a reception or a ceremony, I will use it from this mic. And this allows me to get those kind of warm audio feelings that a camera mic just can't do. But what about the rest of the day? What about the letter reading or an interview or the ceremony or the reception? So let's talk about the audio that you really want to get to enhance your wedding film as much as make the couple relive their moments exactly how they remember it. And for that, I suggest Lav Mics. Now, I do want to go ahead and state that I am not being paid by these companies. These are just products that I wholeheartedly believe in and I use on my own wedding films. I used to use Sennheiser's wireless system, but being in Chicago, we run into a lot of audio issues with wireless systems. So I switched to a self-recording unit, and these are the Tascam DR10Ls. Not only are they absolutely fantastic, but they're affordable. When I was using the wireless system before, one wireless mic transponder and a receiver cost me $650. This self-recorder costs $200. If you go on Amazon, not only can you get this for, I believe right now it's $180, but you can get a third-party system that will send you this exact same setup, a free set of over-the-ear headphones, and an SD card for the exact same price. I have bought 3 of my 4 DR10Ls through this way, and I have 3 headphones over here. I have 3 of these black ones, and I have 2 white units. Most officiants during a wedding day wear black. Most tuxedos are black. Why would you get white? First off, many times when a bride's getting ready for the day, she'll wear a white blouse or a white overshirt that I can clip that to, and it hides perfectly well. Sometimes a groom likes to be a little daring and wear a light colored suit. I've only had it happen once, but we can clip that on and it totally fades in. The other thing, which I really wanted to talk about today, is miking the bride. Now, I always like to ask, would you like to be mic'd? 9.9 times out of 10, the bride will say no. And that's perfectly fine because the audio on these mics can pick up perfectly well during a ceremony, so you get both audios just fine. But I will say this, if you do mic the bride, your audio will be infinitely better. Here's how to do that. You are going to need the following: a Tascam white DR10L. You are going to need white athletic sports tape. And you're going to need a gun holster. Granted, this is how we do things. There are other people who do things another way, but this is the way we found that's not only successful, but comfortable for the bride as well. So the first thing you want to do before the bride gets in her dress, you want to take the top of your clip off, and then make sure you put the windscreen back on. You align the mic inside the bust of the dress, and using the white athletic sports tape, tape the cable going down so it can't move. Now, this allows for the mic to stay in place, and it also allows for any scratching of any skin, because you'll tape it right at the very tip here, and then this part just under the bust line of the dress. Tell me if you can see either of the mics in this shot.
I Allison, take you, Diana, to be my wife.
I, Diana, take you, Allison, to be my wife.
As we share our lives, I promise to love, honor, respect, and cherish you.
In sickness and in health, to celebrate the joys of life with you and comfort you through the sorrow.
I promise to appreciate our differences as a source of strength and to do everything within my power to help you become the person you are meant to be.
Now, most wedding dresses don't have pockets. Some do, and they're amazing. And if I had a wedding dress, I would have pockets. It's an awesome, awesome thing. That's why you need this. This is a white neoprene ankle gun holster. Why neoprene? Because it breathes. It's comfortable. It's insanely lightweight, and it's very durable. Open it up. You put this around the ankle of the bride. Pop open the side here. You know, don't drop it. Right here you have this little pocket where the gun would go. Inside fits the DR10 perfectly. You put this on the ankle, you're ready to go. Right before the ceremony, you make sure that that is recording and rolling, and you're off to the races. Now, why do we use lavs? We use lavs because you want a very clean, good sounding wedding day. If the bride is in tears reading a letter, or the groom is waiting for the first look and the bride's about to tap on his shoulder, like, you want that hesitation in the voice. You want that emotion that audio can bring to a wedding film, because that's what brings you back. There is nothing against images. There's nothing against beautiful shots or photography, but it's audio that actually brings us back to that moment. And by having good, clean audio, you're gonna put yourself way above other people out there. And even more importantly, you're gonna make their couple feel amazing, because they're gonna hear their voice. They're gonna hear the quiver or the hesitation as they see their loved one walking down the aisle. It's amazing having that audio. So on a wedding day, we always mic for any interviews we do in the morning, any letter readings. We mic for the first look, and we mic for the ceremony. During the ceremony, we always mic the groom, we always mic the officiant, and we mic the podium if there's anyone doing readings. We do like to ask if the bride would like to be mic'd, but as I said, most of the time the bride does not want to be mic'd. And that's okay, because we're getting everything we need otherwise. When it comes to the reception, make sure you watch our other reception audio video. But what happens if you don't have a DJ or band or sound system to use? Well, sometimes you have to mic the speakers. We just recently did a wedding where the matrons of honor both wanted to give an impromptu toast that was not on the timeline, so we didn't have any audio set up. Now granted, at this wedding, there was also no DJ, there was no band set up, there was no audio set up for the room, so we didn't have any audio rolling. So thank God I had an amazing second shooter, Nick Faldstein, I love you. We were told by the planner that the matrons of honor wanted to give a quick toast. So my second jumped into our audio bag, grabbed the mics, mic'd them up, and we were able to get very clean audio from the matrons of honor because they were mic'd in a room that otherwise we wouldn't have had any chance of getting good audio from, unless we were extremely close to them, and you don't want to be that person at a reception. That's why you use long lenses.
And then I met him, and he's great. He's everything that you could want in a brother-in-law. He's funny, he likes sports, I let the Michigan thing slide. But most of all, he really loves Natalie.
Something I think is very important is in each case of my lav mics, I keep two things. Oh, you can't see it, so that didn't have the effect I wanted it to. Extra batteries, and I keep an extra mic as well. Last thing I want to happen on a wedding day is to go into the ceremony, something gets snagged, I accidentally step on it, I rip the mic apart, I don't have a mic. Every lav mic I have an extra mic for, and I have extra batteries for. Every wedding gets a fresh set of batteries. I used to use rechargeables, and I still do. I love the Enaloops. I think they're fantastic batteries, but I also have fresh batteries that I buy from Amazon, and every wedding gets a brand new battery. They're paying you a lot of money for a wedding film. You can shell out 50 cents for a battery, and it won't accidentally die. I'm obviously looking in my monitor up here to see where my boutonniere is. So when I'm miking a groom, I like to mic the groom on the left side of the lapel, because this is typically where the boutonniere will go, on the left-hand side. Not only does it allow us to hide the mic inside the boutonniere area, but typically In a traditional American style wedding, the groom is on the right-hand side, the bride is on the left. So even if they're not facing each other and they both look toward the front, toward the officiant, anything that the bride still says is still in close vicinity. But if I mic on the right lapel, it's that much further and it's gonna sound that much further away. So I always mic on the left lapel for that reason. Guys, I hope this video helped. If you like these videos, like and subscribe and let me know any topics that you would like me to bring up. I am super happy to tell you anything that I have learned over the 10 years of wedding filmmaking. And like the 8 years of filmmaking before that. And like the 5 or 6 years of film school before that. And also, if you like this, I love to interview people, so check out my podcast at behindeverystory.com, where I interview random people about random things that I find interesting. Also, be sure to check out our video web series, Vendors, where I sit down with the leading wedding industry professionals and ask them all the ins and outs, do's and don'ts on how couples should plan their wedding day, including all the stuff that no one tells them. It's a fantastic series that you can use to send to your wedding couples and educate them, and then you're gonna look like a total badass for giving them information that they didn't know. Again, my name is Jason from Night Owls Media. Thank you for sitting down with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you're doing something creative today. Shoot me what you're doing creative. I want to see your work, and I really hope that this is helping you guys out, even if it's just saying, hey, I do the exact same thing. It's kind of a validation thing. I hope you guys are rocking it. Be creative, be better.